I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here, and that's why today I am reacting to I Have Solved the Male Mental Health Crisis, or Parallel Man Activities by Jazz Emu. If this is your first time joining us, yes, I am a comedy musician and I react exclusively to comedy music because that is where my field of expertise is. What this means for you is that I'm going to pause the video. Kind of a lot, actually. This way I'm not talking over or laughing over the jokes and missing them. This way I can discuss how the lyrics and video work in tandem to help enhance the comedy. Sometimes I'm analyzing, sometimes I'm summarizing, sometimes I'm explaining jokes, because that's always fun for people, and sometimes I'm just sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're gonna get, but I think it's a good time. If you like that sort of thing, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool things. Anyway, all of that out of the way, let us dive into today's video. Now, I just saw Jazz Emu live last week, and I don't know, this song might be part of that live show. The live show that he's touring with right now was the show that he took to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So maybe this song's part of that, maybe not. It was all new songs during the show. I don't know if any of them have been released. This might be part of that. We don't even know what the names of the songs were in the show. So this might not even be part of that. We do see a poster for Ego Death, his last album, right in the image there. Also, by the way, shout out to Dean, Ben, and Jove, who I met at the Jazz Emu show. Cool hanging out with y'all, and a couple of you recognized me from my videos, so thanks for that. Anyway, let's just dive in and see what the hell this is. It has two different names, I will say. The video is called I Have Solved the Male Mental Health Crisis. The song on your streaming services is called Parallel Man Chronicles. Or Chronicles? Parallel Man something. I just looked it up. Parallel Man Activities. Sorry. Parallel Man Activities is what it's called on streaming services. The video is called I Have Solved the Male Mental Health Crisis. That title may change. It happened with Egerson Kiev. The video is called something else. At least I have A/B testing now, so I can put both up and see what happens. Anyway.
I had a dream of never revealing my emotions.
I do love that I had a dream and a floating fish immediately goes by, and his dream self is this 70s Sears catalog model. Basically wearing the same outfits that Jazz Emu wears now. You pardon me, the voice is a little gone, I'm getting over a cold.
Taken from me, and now all my feelings have been open. So I found a pamphlet for bros and stuff.
For bros and stuff who kind of struggle with opening up. That almost rhymes, and that might be the next line, but I found a pamphlet for bros and stuff. Yeah, I love that. There it is. Talking about my feelings with another guy while doing something we can do both side by side. Incredible. I don't think this song was in the show I saw, but still, new Jazz Emu is new Jazz Emu. Very excited about this. Also, Scoochie Boochie opened the show, did an entire hour-long set. They did an intermission, and then Jazz did an hour-long set. Both performers incredible. Very different styles of performing, but if you haven't seen Scoochie Boochie, find out where he's playing and go see him. He is local to Chicago, but he just got off tour. Amazing performer. I've reacted to one of his videos before, and I'm probably reacting to his newest video soon. Yeah, both of them are great.
So we don't have to look each other in talking parallel man activities.
Parallel man activities. Now it makes sense. Activities you can have with another dude side by side so you don't look each other in the eye and talk about your feelings, because guys have a problem talking about their feelings with other guys, I've noticed. I have a friend who I've known since kindergarten, and for those of you who are wondering how long that might be, for me, I've known this person for 40 years. That's a long goddamn time. This friend, we never talk about our feelings with each other, and yet we have parallel man activities all the time. We play games with each other constantly. Well, not constantly. We have a lot in the past. He lives in Baltimore now. I moved from Baltimore. Not that you all need a backstory or anything, but I do have other friends, other male friends who I do open up to. But this friend, my oldest friend, I don't think we've ever talked about feelings in our entire 40 years of knowing each other. I've been to funerals with this man. I was the best man at his wedding. Feelings are not things somehow that we've ever discussed, and that's just sort of a stereotypical guy thing. Shout out to Kobe, love you, man. I thought I saw a gun in one of the shots, and I was like, ooh, are they playing light guns? Time Crisis 2, man. Time Crisis 2 is one of my favorite arcade games. I love light gun games. I wish they made light gun games more for the home consoles again. They used to do it. Last time you could get a light gun game for the home console was on PlayStation 3. You can kind of do it on Switch. The Joy-Cons kind of have, like, motion in them, and you have, like, a little shell you can put them in. Not super accurate. The Wii had the same thing. And there's also shooting games in VR on PlayStation and PlayStation VR and PlayStation VR 2. The ones on PS4 and PS5. But, like, it's not quite the same. There's something really nice about holding a, like, actual light gun. Actually, they made a light gun for PS4, but anyway, that's all for the gaming and comic channel that I'm starting soon. Yes, I like games and comics, so I'm starting a new channel about that. We're getting really off topic in this episode, I'm sorry. Whatever, I'm scatterbrained and getting over a cold. Meh. Anyway, Time Crisis 2 is freaking awesome, and I thought I saw a gun that was blue, and I thought, hey, that's probably from a light gun game. And I was correct. The previous shot in this, where they're sitting there fishing, talking in a healthy way, provided that my homie does not look my way, they're both openly weeping. But not looking at each other while they're weeping, just crying next to each other, having a good, manly cry next to your homie. Yeah.
My homie looks the other way. Smoking zombies in an arcade game.
There's no zombies in Time Crisis 2. Smoking zombies in an arcade game, it's a Time Crisis 2 thing, but I think that screenshot was from House of the Dead. Because that's the other light gun shooter where you're shooting zombies. Let's see.
Looks the other way. Smoking zombies.
Yeah, with those reticles, that's House of the Dead. Another good light gun game, but honestly, Time Crisis, as much as I like House of the Dead and the whole series, and also they have brought the House of the Dead remakes to Switch and PlayStation. PlayStation, you're aiming with a PlayStation controller. Feels awful. Like you're using the Joy-Con on the Switch. Not great. It could be better. Sorry. I really want to do a video about light gun games. If you want to see that kind of thing, comment below. New channel, coming soon. But yeah, no. Different game than the one that it showed them playing on the outside. I find that interesting.
I got a friend. He's going through a crisis.
Wow, he was saying, I'm going through a crisis, as Jazz was singing, he's going through a crisis on the phone. Nathaniel is the most normal name in a Jazz Emu thing. He called Jimmy Carr on 8 out of 10 Cats countdown. He called him Jimothy, which is great. And then he called an audience member at the show Jonald, who was sitting there with Jove. Was sitting next to Jove. Jove knew them, and they were the Jonald for the evening. Call somebody in the audience every time Jonald. This one was particularly enthusiastic, but it was a good show. So yeah, Jimothy and Jonald and things like that. They're kind of plays on normal names, but you know, saying them differently. Nathaniel is the most normal name I can recognize in a Jazzy Me song. For Christ's sake, he has a song called Eggerson Keaveney, which, yes, alright, that's probably close to a real name. I mean, we do have Eggsy in the Kingsman movies and comics, so Eggsy, it could be a shortened version of Eggerson, or close to it. I'm thinking too much about this. I don't care.
I wanna help. So I say we should go for a pint and rice slip. Now we are.
Go for a pint and rice slip, Nathaniel. Just love the little echoing of the name, just to help elucidate more that this is my friend, I want to help him with Parallel Man activities.
Sitting face to face.
Oh.
In awkward silence, don't know what to say. We turn to leave to go our separate ways. And he turns right, I turn left.
Before we get into the line, I know I paused it right as it started, but just that realization on his face as they've turned away from each other, and they're like, oh, we're not facing each other, it's less awkward. The activities, the sharing that can begin this weird male therapy. Come on, guys. Talk about your feelings facing each other. Absolutely genius.
Separate ways, and he turns right, I turn left. Talking about the feelings of another guy. Was looking at the couple seated next to us.
Wow, holy shit. Also coughing up a lung, but my god, that bit is talking about the feelings of another man while looking at the couple across from us. That is so funny. Holy shit. I was not expecting that gag. That is really funny. Oh my god. Okay.
Was looking at the couple seated next to us. They can't believe their luck as they both get to watch Mr. Parallel Man activities.
I love when, like, the harmonies come up in Parallel Man activities. It's just, and he has choruses occasionally in his songs. Like, a couple of the songs on Ego Death didn't, not to my memory, really had choruses, but like a lot of his other stuff does. And having this being like the repeating theme and the name of the song and having that be the repeated chorus is really nice. Is my light flickering for some reason? It's fully charged. I don't know why it would be flickering. Of course, now I just stared at it and all I can see is lights. I'm a brilliant person. Holy crap. Anyway, you're catching me at a wonderful time, apparently. When I'm getting over a cold, videos get weird. Anyway, this was great.
We're getting into weird and we're both crying. Nathaniel's telling me about when he was 9. He thought his dog had died, but it was us refining. Thank God for Parallel Man activity.
Thank God for Parallel Man activities. That whole couplet there, we're crying. He tells me about when he was 9. He thought his dog had died, but he was actually fine. Just so good. All through that whole section, so funny. Man, that's
But is it enough for all of us?
This is where the turn comes in. This is where, like, we get the darkness bridge. It happens in Jazzy Muse Still Waiting, where, like, he's still waiting. He's singing about waiting for the DVD logo that hit the corner of my TV, but then there's that breakdown where it's like, will it actually fulfill my life when I see it? And, you know, this is, we're running on a similar theme here, you know, building the concept in the first two verses, and then having the bridge kind of, like, be reflective. I dig that.
But is it enough for all of us to live this way?
DDR. Not even stepping on the arrows.
So much stuff
There's two random people having parallel man activities, sharing feelings while playing Dance Dance Revolution. This is the nerdiest, funniest fucking thing. Also, there's VHS tapes above there, and goddamn Masters of the Universe is up there. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna notice the nerd shit, because that's my bread and butter, man. That's so good. I think it's hilarious that in this shot, the person in the foreground is jumping on all the places where there aren't arrows. So they're completely missing everything in the game.
live this way. There's so much stuff that we'd all love to turn and fade.
It's an arcade full of guys having parallel man activities. And it's just panning through that. That is brilliant. Yeah, the House of the Dead machine is directly next to Time Crisis. You can see Dead written on the cabinet right next to it. Amazing.
Is it time to make a change? To take my face and rotate and look my boy in the face. It doesn't do the same. I guess I'm heading a brand new fight.
The wings coming out on the brand new face. I'm turning, but he's not. So I'm looking at him while he's sharing feelings. Such, like, that's what I love about comedy music, man. Frickin' anything can be a concept for a song. Anything is fair game. That's what, God, I love it so much. Man. I love it when, in a comedy song, the concept can change. Ian Lockwood kind of did it in I Don't Think This Is the Club. There's that turn where things go on its head, and it completely changes from what you thought it was at the beginning. And this may not be a full turn change, but it is changing the concept slightly from parallel man activities to perpendicular man activities, where one is facing one way and the other is facing him. Perpendicular, you know? Beyond parallel. That is so great. I love this kind of switch in songs, in comedy. Comedy is all about subverting the expectations of the viewer or the listener, and it's so good. It's just good, man. Rotated 90 degrees to the right. Yes, we're defining what two perpendicular lines are, basically. This cough is brutal. Holy shit. Talking about our life. I'm sorry, yes, I now pronounce you man and wife. Holy crap, that was so funny. Again, not expected, it just a pullback and there it is. Also, Nathaniel's tie is really interesting. I like the neon on it, but like it's very thin around the neck. It's so good. Yeah, 90 degrees to the right. Oh, sorry, no, I pronounce you man and wife. That's my favorite joke in the whole song. Alright, that's maybe too far. I mean, it's very funny. I do like rhyming Mike with wife. That's very funny. Also another normal name for a jazzy Mew song. But while he's getting jiggy with his lovely wife, I've never heard getting jiggy as actually a reference to having intercourse. Let's be vague about it. But I don't think that's what Will Smith meant by it anyway. But I'm sure people have adapted it to meaning that. That is really funny. But also, you're oversharing at this point, my man. You're sharing when somebody's just plain not listening to you. It's good to share your feelings, but maybe open dialogue is really helpful. Perpendicular, when somebody's horizontal, is different.
Repressed masculinity can wave goodbye to perpendicular man activities. You don't got to struggle alone, no. You just got to go to the home of the bro.
Honestly, this is one of the things I love the most about Jazzy Muse songs, is they're just so funky, man. Like, they're such good bops. Like, that's the thing that a lot of the comedy artists are doing so ridiculously well now. It's not just really funny songs, they're also just really great music. And that is the sign of a great comedy musician, is it's not just, humorous and hitting all the right comedy beats and telling a good joke, but also doing it in a way that you would listen to it even if it wasn't funny, because this music is so good. The artists now are really, really capturing that really super well, and it's always a treat to see and listen to. And I can see why this video is called "I Have Solved the Male Mental Health Crisis" instead of "Parallel Man Activities," because "Parallel Man Activities" doesn't tell you what the song is about. And if this doesn't say by Jazz Emu, it just says the title of the video. And if you stumble across this, not knowing it's a song, stumbling into this kind of thing, that could work to trick some viewers into, how do you solve the male mental health crisis? Well, parallel man activities, I can tell you about them in this song. Perpendicular man activities is the next phase of that. Brilliant.
Cry at the sight of his face. While he tries to do other things. Oh, you don't got to struggle alone.
While he's on the toilet, cry at the side of his face. You don't have to struggle alone. While he's trying to do other things, you're just telling him your feelings. Oh my god, I almost want to show this to my friend. The one I don't share with. That's
No, you just got to go to the home of your bro. Cry at him while he's fixing some eggs. You got him on.
That's the thumbnail right there, is cry at him while he's fixing some eggs. And it's just like, Nathaniel looks so, oh god, this is happening. This guy's weeping right in my ear. It's so good.
Cry at him while he's fixing some eggs. You got him unintentionally
Fixing your heart.
really fixing your
Collaterally fixing your heart.
perpendicularly fixing your
So good. Nice camera turn in the cab. Just the side-by-side weeping facing forward, or both of you weeping when only one's looking forward and one's looking at the other guy. Just, there's so much great visuals happening in here just to tell the story of the song. It's so good. Jellyfish. Incredible. That was awesome. Wow. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. If you did, Go show Jazz Emu some love. Link is in the description box below if you want to see this video without me yammering all over it and pausing it 27 billion times. If you did like this video, though, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, perhaps like these folks over here do, then consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool things like that. Anyway, that's all for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye. When I was a kid, I looked up to Weird Al. I loved his humor and enjoyed his style. But then one day, I heard of his mentor with a radio show called Dr. Demento. I found some albums and I thought they were cool, but I didn't hear the show till I got to high school. Listened to all the tracks and I got inspired to send the doc a tape was now required. I couldn't play music though, my voice was strange. 30 years later and not much has changed. So how could I make